Even the engagement is secondary. Yeah, I had a lot of really hot horses. Yeah, did I make them supple in the beginning? Yes, 100%. Did I engage them 100%? No. Did I ask for any type of expression in the beginning? No. Yeah, those horses have to learn to trust us. They have to have the confidence. Every horse has a certain comfort level. Yeah, and when we wake the horse up, the bottom line is that they have to trust us. Yeah, so that's why I was asking if he needs sometimes a little bit more of a careful approach. I can totally see the tempo that you stayed in. Yeah, but let's see if we can kick it up a gear. Yeah, very good. And you too? Good. Very good. Okay, love to see. Let's say my dear moment. We saw the right lead. Let's maybe start with him also in the right lead. And for your feeling, everything a little bit ahead of your feeling. Yeah, a little bit ahead of your tempo. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And again, in front of the leg, keep testing this. When I push for 2 strides, is my horse truly reacting? Yeah? When I ride, I constantly ask myself the question, is he really listening to the leg? Is he supple both sides? Yeah? Good. Be careful that his neck doesn't get too high. This is a very good frame for the show arena, but I would love to see, just like we did with Claudia's horse, sometimes a little bit more elasticity and suppleness through his whole body. Yeah? Good. And send him forward. Good. And very good. Now let's go for an 8 in the lengthening. Yeah? Go for it. And do a little bit more than you used to. Make him nice and straight. Upper body needs to stay taller. A little more. Think about straightness. And now shoulder 4 like the collection. Good. And what I'd like to point out at this level, go ahead and, yeah, okay. And then when you're ready, collect him. And let's go down center line and show us a shoulder 4 in canter. This is so important when our horses learn flying changes that they don't confuse the straightening 8 with the changing 8. Yeah? Yeah, keep your line. He's moving off the line. Very important that you keep the hind legs on the center line. That was good at the end. Yeah, to me, this exercise, going down center line and riding shoulder 4, is twice as effective as a counter canter when they learn flying changes. The counter canter, eventually they learn, yeah, okay, we go through the short side, we're not supposed to change. But the real straightness of the horse can be tested perfectly on the center line. Yeah, which is, yeah, he's still drifting a little right. And this is so extremely important later on for our setup for the canter pirouettes. Yeah. Very good. Circle, analyze a moment the contact. He's getting a little heavy. Do you agree? Okay, send him forward. Don't just give. Yeah? When he gets heavy and you release, you're rewarding the idea of him leaning on you. First of all, make him work. Create the reason to let go of the rein. Do you know what I mean? A little bit rounder here and there. Don't hesitate to ask for a little bit more flexion. Yeah, that's right. Good. And now, when you're ready, ask for the flying change on the diagonal. And anytime you're trying to make him looser, finish the idea, okay? Flying change is quite good. Good, but afterwards, create more self-carriage again. Ask for more suppleness. Make him a little rounder, yeah? To me, it is absolutely necessary when you collect a horse, that a horse lets go 100%, not just 90%, that's no problem. There we go. Well, now we got energy, that's good. That's it. That's right, good for you. Change back, keep working a moment. Keep working a moment. Work him through the tension. Yeah, the best way of dealing with this be moment, canter a little bit deeper, and then in the gait you praise him. Yeah? And then at that time we allow him to drop his neck more and go back to the canter. The reins not too short. Circle. Don't have your reins too short right now. I still have a little bit flexibility in your elbow. When you want to release the rein, you can still drop the neck a little bit. Upper body stays tall. And when you decide to bend him left, don't just do it for a stride. Yeah? Maintain a little flexion. Otherwise, he tricks you into bending, straightening, maintain a little flexion and wait until you can let go left. Yeah? Collect them a little bit more, finish the idea. Yeah? You're writing lots of little half holds. Give some, there you go. Give a moment a firmer half hold. Now do the same with a bending 8. Maintain the bend a little bit longer and create the reason to let go of the rein. Yeah? And let go left. And pat him once with your left hand. That's it. So, and when you decide that you need another half hold, do so. Yeah? So, that's it. No, that was not finished. To me, that wasn't a finished half hold. Yeah? You gave the half hold, but then afterwards he still wanted to be a little freight train. Yeah? So, and give the rein and pat him. Pat him. That to me was a finished half hold. Yeah? Whatever you start, finish. Yeah? Otherwise, you can tell the half hold gets sometimes a little stuck in the neck with him. Yeah? And they need to go through his whole body. Whenever you're ready, another flying change. Yeah? So, and there's no doubt the neck will be at this moment a little bit shorter. Yes, our goal is that the neck needs to get a little longer, but with a long neck, do we gain more control? No. Can we convince the horse to relax a little bit more? I doubt it. Yeah? Good. So now just a few more minutes at the end. Finish again a couple times the idea that you just started with some serious half holds and then truly releasing. Okay? And this will not happen if you just collect the canter. You need to go from the lengthening a moment to a pirouette canter. What you do with the change of flexion is very good. And hands low, hands low. Come on, finish it. Pirouette canter. Work. Come on, all the way. And release the rein. Drop his neck down to the right. And now send him forward and release a little bit. And pat him with your right hand. There you go. This is again a good reason to let go. Yeah? So, and now pirouette canter again. And when you ride a half hold, he needs to offer not just the collected canter, he needs to come once all the way back so that you can release again 100%. Lower neck, little bit of flexion. Don't be afraid when you collect him to bend your horse a little bit. Yeah? Come on, get it done. He's still leaning on your hand. Lower neck, get it done. So, lower neck. And now release and send him forward. Bend your elbows. Yeah, good. Now collect him again. Make him supple again. Good. So, and release. Drop the neck. Send him forward. This is what he needs. Instead of, when he gets a little nervous, you work him through the tension a little bit like this. Yeah? Only then will you get a chance to make him chew the bit and keep the mouth a little bit quieter. Yeah? And back to walk when you're ready. Okay, he needs to know when you increase the contact, which is absolutely not wrong at all, yeah? Pulling on the horse consistently, that would be wrong. But if you increase the contact, he is thinking about that a little defensively. You need to explain to him when you put a little bit more pressure on him with the leg, and even when you increase the contact, that he needs to respond more with offering you engagement collection, that you can release sooner. Yeah? Right now, when you take contact, his first reaction is a little bit defensive about it. Yeah? He's still a good boy. I mean, he says, well, I don't know exactly what you want. I won't get really resistant, but I'm not really going to give 100%. Yeah? Bring him all the way back to the pirouette canter within 2 to 3 strides. Make your half hold extremely effective. Look for the lightness of the contact. Yeah? Don't be afraid to increase the contact for a stride or two, even if that takes a moment. Strength, that's no problem. Strength and a ton of contact is highly counterproductive when we do it for 10 strides. Yeah? Momentarily, make sure that he understands there is a really, really good reason when we increase the contact and a little bit pressure, that we're doing this for a reason. Yeah? Not to argue with him. Yeah? He thinks sometimes when you increase the pressure a little bit, that he just needs to argue a little bit with that, yeah? And tell him every single time what it's all about.